Beach Up Sunset World.
Sushi,
Sumo, Tokushima!
この番組は地域密着型のボランティア活動を徳島で行っている国際ワークキャンプのメンバーがお届けする30分です。
This 30 minutes broadcast is hosted by volunteer members who come from abroad to help the community of Tokushima.
Good evening, everyone. I'm the host for this evening. I'm Rina from Japan. This radio program, Sushi, Sumo, Tokushima, is live on FM Bizan. This 30 minutes broadcast is operated by non-profit organization Bizan Daigaku. Bizan Daigaku has been trying to make Tokushima a more attractive place with volunteers from Tokushima and outside Tokushima, including people from many different countries. Popular images of Japan, sushi and sumo? Yes, but we would like people around the world to know not only those images, but more things about Japan. We share the news from Japan and information about Tokushima, a place that welcomes foreigners from all over the world. We will also invite guests from overseas online to share the latest news with you. No one knows who will be talking or what kind of topics we will bring up. Don't miss it.
Sushi,
Sumo, Tokushima!
hello listeners. Thank you for listening to Sushi, Sumo, Tokushima. Today, I have a guest who is in Tokyo, but who is from Spain. So let me call him Pablo. Hola.
Hello. Hola.
Hi, Pablo. Thank you for coming to Sushi, Sumo, Tokushima.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Could you please introduce yourself to the listeners?
Sure. So as you said, I'm from Spain. I'm from the lovely city of Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working as a musical theater actor for almost 15 years.
Wow.
I was working in Spain. I was working in France. And I was working also in Japan in a place called Shima, Spain, Mura. Maybe some of the listeners have been there.
Uh-huh.
And after that, I decided that I wanted to change careers. And I started university. So now I'm currently in Tokyo International University. And my major is international relations.
Nice. And you're graduating soon.
Well, hopefully, if everything goes well. All my classes will finish in December. But the graduation will be in, I think it's March, like all Japanese people, I think, graduate.
In March. Yeah, that's great. So good luck for that. Actually, Junpei-san, who is from Tokushima, who made Nico Kids English School in Tokushima, and actually Tokyo introduced you to me.
Yes.
Do you work at Nico Kids School in Tokyo?
Yes. We actually started the schools roughly a month ago. So I am working currently in one of the locations in Yoga near Futako Tamagawa. And for the next year, starting in April, I will transfer to lovely Tokushima.
Yes, sounds so great. So you're teaching actually English to kids.
Yes, that's one of my jobs, yes.
How is it? Do you enjoy teaching kids?
It is very exciting, and I really like it because a kid, it's kind of like a blank paper, right? They are open to all the ideas. They're open to all of the knowledge that you give them. So it's very easy to, to get them explore and to get them to play with information. So I think that's one of the things that I enjoy the most, that for them, everything is a game.
That sounds fun, actually.
Mm-hmm.
For me, learning English was fun. To be honest, I don't like studying, but I enjoyed studying English because it was fun. For example, I studied English by listening to music and watching movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's nice to have something you feel it's fun when you learn English.
Yes, I think it's kind of like this. If you have a need, if you have a necessity to, use the language, it becomes more fun because you can connect whatever you're learning to whatever hobby or whatever interest you have. So it becomes more exciting for everyone.
Yeah, that's true. And you're from Spain, you've been to France, and now you live in Japan and you meet kids in Japan. So
yes.
I imagine kids in Spain or France and Japan, maybe they have different characters. Of course, everyone is different, but maybe you felt the difference when you came to Japan.
I would say that the biggest difference would be that, kids are kids everywhere in the world. Once they become like comfortable, they are all crazy and energetic.
I can imagine.
But I think the biggest difference would be that because Japan has these kind of like thing in their culture about respecting, your teachers and respect our elders. I think little kids in Japan are a little bit more shy when it comes to the teacher. It's like, there's the teacher. We have to behave, correctly.
Yeah, good boy, good girl.
Yeah, but after you show them like, no, let's have fun. They just become like explosion of fun and energy.
You're right. Okay. So you're coming to Tokushima next year?
Next year. I will officially start in April.
In April.
Close to my birthday.
Oh, that's nice. So you were born in spring, no?
Yes, I was born in April 5th. So first week of spring.
Nice. Actually, my birthday is on 15th April.
Of April? Yay!
Yay!
We can have a pretty like picnic with the sakura.
Yeah, that's true. I think around that time, in Tokushima, you can see beautiful sakuras like in many different places, along the rivers, in the mountains, or just on the street.
That's good.
Yeah, that's really nice. Why did you decide to come to Japan, first of all?
I think that my first contact with Japan was through, like most people, through animation.
Okay.
Because in Spain, in my prefecture, 90% of the cartoons we had when we were little were from Japan.
Really?
Yeah. So I grew up watching, Capitan Tsubasa and Doraemon and Lamu-chan.
Really?
So a lot of the stuff that I was watching was from Japan. So I kind of became interested in these foreign cultures, in things that were different. So when the opportunity came to work in Shima, Seimura, for me was like, oh, that's an experience that I cannot refuse. So
true.
For me, I think it's very important for everyone that, everyone has a different background and going overseas might be a little bit expensive. But if you can, I think it's the best way to open your mind and expose yourself to, a life style that it's different. It's not good or bad. It's just different. So there's a lot of things that you can learn.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh, I love the way you think.
Thank you. Because sometimes, you see people that say, oh, you're not doing this thing the right way, or you're doing this thing the wrong way. And it's like, there's no good way or bad way. We just do it differently. So whatever works for you.
Great. Yeah, you're really open-minded.
I try to be.
Yeah. And so did you find opportunity when you're studying?
Opportunity to explore or
come to Japan.
Yes. After my 2 years in Shima, I was researching international universities because by that time my Japanese was not so good. So I was worried that if I have to study and I cannot read kanji, that's gonna be a challenge.
True.
So then I decided that the best way to understand whatever country you are going to live in is through its culture. So that's the reason I decided to focus in international relations and Japanese studies.
Okay, I agree with you.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we would like to play one song and we will be right back after a short break.
Okay.
Sushi,
Sumo,
Tokushima! I'm back with Pablo. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so in this section, I would like to ask you this question. Actually, we're talking online and I see the rainbow behind you.
Yes.
It's really nice. And my question is, why did you decide to go to Tokushima? Why do you want to come to Tokushima and actually teach kids?
I see. Okay. Well, it's funny that you say you see the rainbow because it's connected to why I want to move to Tokushima. So the first reason will be that when we think about countries and foreign not foreign education but diversity and contact with foreign languages or foreign cultures, everything is centered in big cities like Tokyo, Osaka. So for me, one of the things that I want to do through education is teach children to be open to different things, to be more tolerant, more acceptable. And as part of the LGBTQ community, I thought that, well, there's been a lot of news and a lot of information recently. So I thought, well, maybe moving to the countryside and through education, teaching children that, well, if you're gay, it's okay. If you're lesbian, it's okay. If you want to be an astronaut, whatever you decide to do with your life, just accept it and be happy. And do not bully other students. Do not discriminate. This is one of the messages that I want to try to, endorse and share, especially with young kids, because if they learn how to respect and how to be open with their other, friends and students, that's a big step for the future. So.
Yeah, that sounds so great, Pablo. I love your idea.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, for example, in my case, I'm from Kagawa Prefecture next to Tokushima. And I thought, when I was there, I thought it was a countryside, like small city. And I was interested in learning English and also meeting foreign people, but I didn't have many chances to meet international people in my hometown. And that's why I wanted to go to Tokyo.
Yes.
And actually, I met a lot of international people, and I could learn English more, and I had more chances to speak or talk in English. So that's when I could communicate and actually had chances to meet people from different backgrounds. So
Yes.
I think I was lucky still. But like you said, kids in small cities have less chances to meet people from different backgrounds. And I think your idea is so great. And the way you talk is really expressive, and maybe because you study musical theaters.
Maybe it has something to do with that.
But I think it's also really good, really nice to kids.
Yeah. I think one of the things that you said is very important. You said like little kids don't have the opportunity. And when you become an adult, like 18 or maybe 16, you have the chance maybe to go to Tokyo, but your mind is already made up. So if you can have children from a very, very young age to experience all these different things and to be aware of this beautiful diversity, that's a good point. And also, if we kind of change the dynamic of, oh, if you want to do something great and different, you have to go to Tokyo. You have to go to Tokyo. You have to go to Osaka. No. In the countryside, we can have all of these as well.
Yeah. So maybe you can change that.
Vote for me.
So you're coming to Tokushima, teaching English to kids, and also the diversity and other ideas to kids. But do you plan any other things to do in Tokushima? Activities?
Well, I am very, or recently, I would say, I've been very interested in all of these SDGs. And I know Tokushima and Shikoku is very big on, environmental issues. So I think there's, let me see if I remember the town. It's Kamikatsu?
Yeah.
Yes.
Zero waste, right?
Yes. It's the zero waste. So I was very interested in the zero waste program, and I think it would be a very good opportunity to maybe link some of the, things that they do there with my university, so they can have foreign students travel in the summer to learn. And then it's like,
nice.
Everybody can meet people from a lot of countries.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And so you talked about learning diversity, and I am sure that you have met people from different countries and with different backgrounds. I can see that with your personality, like open-minded, really energetic, I would say, and happy.
Yeah.
I feel it through the screen.
Thank you.
Yeah, and are there any tips or any thoughts you have when you communicate with people?
For me, I think the basic thing you need to do is, I understand that whatever we don't know, whatever that we see sounds new and challenging, we already link it with scary. Oh, this is new. I don't, I'm not sure if I'm.
I understand that.
Part of the thing, part of the thing that I teach people is, first of all, allow yourself to be surprised.
Okay.
Because you never know. Be careful, but allow yourselves to the surprise. Sorry. And then the other thing that I try to tell people is, whenever you see or whenever you reach information that it's different, that it's on the opposite side,
Mm-hmm.
Try to put yourself on that person's
Right.
place,
Mm-hmm.
because disagreeing might not mean fighting.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So if the other person thinks differently, that's a good chance for you to learn and for the other person to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So I always say, like, okay, allow yourselves to the surprise and use any opportunity you have to learn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great message.
Thank you.
Yeah, for both children and also adults.
Yeah.
Why do you think you started thinking that way? Are there any experiences?
Yes. Unfortunately, it's not pretty, but I think because when I was very young at school, I was severely bullied.
Really?
Yes. I didn't have a very good time through, junior high and high school, because, things were not as open as they are now.
Okay.
So every time that I go back and when I read through, university studies that I've done, all of these experiences that kids have had, I really don't want any kid to be in that position.
Okay.
And I think a way to avoid that, to get people into that mindset of whenever you find something that it's different, do not be judgmental.
Right.
First, try to understand what's going on. And then, if you don't like it, you don't have to be a part of it. But, at least don't hammer it down.
Right. Oh, wow. Thank you for sharing your story, Pablo.
You're very welcome.
And I would like to meet you in person when you come to Tokushima. I will visit Tokushima and try to meet you.
Let's have a glass of wine and a nice talk.
Nice. Thank you so much, Pablo. I enjoyed talking with you today.
Thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Muchas gracias.
De nada.
All right. Unfortunately, we have almost reached the end of the program, and we are waiting for your messages from you with feedback or request. Bye, Pablo.
Goodbye. Thank you.
See you in Tokushima.
See you there.
Sushi, Sumo, Tokushima!
This radio program, Sushi, Sumo, Tokushima, is being recorded here on Bizan FM in Tokushima. This program is operated by non-profit organization Bizan Daikaku. We are open to and accepting any forms of support or contributions you have to offer within the local community of Tokushima. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you wish to get involved by emailing radio@bizan-daigaku.net. We are accepting requests and messages via email. Please send emails to request@bfm.jp, request@bfm.jp, including the title of the show, Sushi, Sumo, Tokushima, in your messages. You can listen to this channel, FM Bizan, on the internet with your PC, smartphones, and tablets. If you are accessing with your PC, go to the website www.bfm.jp and you will find a banner written Listen Radio on the right side of the page. If you are accessing with your smartphone or tablet, download the application Listen Radio. Then select BFM 791 FM Bizan with the area Chugoku Shikoku. If you are listening to this radio in the area where has a weak radio wave, don't worry. You can listen to programs with clear sound through this internet radio system. No one knows who will be talking or what kind of topics we will bring up next Thursday. Don't miss it. See you next Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Bye bye.